Good morning, class. Today's Wednesday, April 22nd, 2020. Today's a really special day. It's Earth Day. We celebrate a lot of holidays, and there's one day that we celebrate and we talk about. We call it Earth Day, and it's a day when we really use our five senses. Our sense of sight, smell, touch, taste, and hearing. If we've got all five of those senses, then we can use them. And right now I've got my door open, and I'm using my sense of hearing. I hear sounds that are kind of loud, like trucks and cars, but I also hear sounds the wind makes. When the wind goes through a wind chime, or what I have on my patio is a bamboo wind chime, so I hear the bamboo tinkling sound. I'm using my sense of touch right now. I don't know if you saw some of these beautiful green plants move in the breeze. There is a gentle breeze coming through my door, and my arms and my hands and my face can feel that cool breeze coming through. And of course, I'm going to use my sense of taste when I make my dinner or my breakfast, whatever meal I'm making. And when I bite into those vegetables that came from the earth. Hey, do you remember when we did our apple study and we tasted 3 different kinds of apples? And we used our 5 senses? It's kind of like an Earth Day too. And do you remember when we tasted those mandarin oranges? We slowly opened them and we smelled the peels and we smelled the pulp and then we tasted them. Yeah, that was like Earth Day as well. You know, maybe Earth Day, a day to celebrate Mother Earth, as a lot of us call it, maybe it's every day. Maybe every day we can use our 5 senses. And just like we learned in eco-literacy, we observe, we notice, we look closely and we notice, we observe. And then our brains remember things. And we say, well, this reminds me of something. And then we also wonder. We have questions and we wonder. I wonder what kind of flower this tiny little bud is going to turn into. I wonder. I notice it's shorter than these. This one with the flower bud is shorter than the tallest ones. I wonder why this one has a flower bud and this one doesn't. It reminds me of a green pea that I eat, but it's not a pea. It's going to be a flower. So today, on Earth Day, you're going to really spend a lot of time observing as much nature as you can. If the only nature you can see is the sky, observe. What do you notice about the sky? Just now, I noticed 4, now 5, pigeons flying through the air. I wonder how fast they can fly. Pigeons are a part of Mother Nature. There's a lot to notice. Maybe you'll see a squirrel run by. I don't know. That's part of nature too. Ms. Schreiner, Mr. Manning, and Ms. Burke have worked really hard to make an amazing eco-literacy website. Just like how this video's on a website for Room 2, well, they made a website just for eco-literacy. And today I want you and your family to spend time looking at what is on that website. There's some videos. There are some activities you can do. And it's not just, okay, I did it. Check, done, I did it. It's actually a mindset. It's a way to think about the world. And it's a way to live in the world and to make good choices in the world that help nature. I wonder how you can help the earth. Let's talk about what's on the schedule behind me. It's going to be a little different. Now remember, if your families are asking you to do something, who do you listen to? Yeah, you listen to your families. But I do suggest you do some of these great activities. They do connect with what we've been learning. Let me tell you how. So beautiful. Can I tell you the story about these? Okay, so I went to the hardware store with my daughters, and they had a really nice nursery section, which is where the plants are, and they sell pots and bags of soil. And I thought it would be a lot of fun to just get a simple garden of springtime flowers they could plant and water and watch grow. And when we bought these, I bought each of these plastic containers, and they're plastic, and I'm going to reuse them, but they're plastic, so the water and the moisture inside the soil does not evaporate out on hot days. And I filled them up with soil. My daughters helped me. And then I gave them seed packets. I let them choose 4 seed packets each. So I bought a bag of soil. I bought the boxes. Let's do bag of soil, the boxes, and then 4 seed packets each. All together, I think it cost about $20. And I tell you that because the amount of joy and happiness these 2 plant containers have brought my girls and brought me is worth a lot more than $20. And all we had to do was make sure we gave them water, not too much water, you know that. And it's been so much fun. So it's a huge mixture of flowers. I actually don't even remember, and I'm not sure if Luella saved the seed packages. But once they bloom, and I definitely see a lot of buds starting. This one has quite a few little buds. Once they bloom, I'll be able to use my senses, not taste. We don't eat plants that we don't know what they are. But I will use my senses and try to figure out what kind of flowers they are. And maybe we'll do some research. We'll study them and look into figuring out what they are. So pleasant. They bring me so much joy. So for word study, you have been studying long vowel sounds and short vowel sounds. I want you to make a list, an A list, E list, I list, O list, and a U list. Write down as many things from nature that start with those vowel sounds. They can be short sounds or long sounds. What comes from nature that starts with A? Ape. Ape. Yeah, that's from nature. An ape is from nature. Then you could draw a little picture. Writing for Earth Day, I want you to think about problem. Now, I don't really like thinking too much about problems unless we're also thinking about how to solve them. So I want you to think of one problem that is happening in our world that's hurting Mother Nature. And then I want you to try to solve that problem. It could be littering. It could be water that's not clean. It could be cutting down too many trees. And talk to your family. What's something that you think needs to be fixed? An earth problem that needs to be fixed. Think about that. And then I want you to write. I think it's a problem that people throw away a lot of plastic that can't be recycled. And I think it's a problem because... Can you think of a problem? trash on the street, call that litter. Sometimes I see cars driving and there's a lot of black smoke coming out of them. I think that's a problem. Clean air is a big deal. We've talked a lot about that when we talk about plants. So think of a problem, and then I want you to write what the problem is, why it's a problem, and how people can solve it. And maybe you, with the power of writing, can get someone to change their mind. It's pretty great. It's called persuasive writing. When you persuade someone, you get them to change their mind. Please, can I just watch one more episode, please? I promise if I do get to watch one more episode, I'll make sure I clean my room. And you're trying to persuade someone when you do that. You're trying to get someone to change their mind. But I want you to take this more seriously, not just about TV or computers or something. This is about how can we take care of the earth? For reading, I want you and your family to sit down and really explore the Eco-Literacy website. Look at some of the activities. One of them I love. It's called Sit Spot. And all you have to do is find a spot in nature where you can sit comfortably. Use your senses. That's all I'm going to tell you, because the rest is on the website. Please look at that website and watch some of the videos. Math, shades of green. Now, if you have a window you can look out of, or if you have a backyard, or if you can walk safely to a park with your family, I want you to find that sit spot. Sit and count how many different shades of green you can see. Now, where I live, I actually don't have a lot of plants around me where I live. There's plants I've planted, but if I sit on my patio and I look down, there are shades of green, and I can even see the tops of trees. Sometimes living in a city is a little tricky because there's not as many trees as we'd like. But if you use your observation, whoosh, and you look closely, you'd be surprised at how much beautiful green you can see. Count the different shades. Light green, dark green, very bright green, very dark green. There's lots of different shades of green. It's a beautiful color. It's also very calming. It's a special day. For me, it's Luella's 8th birthday, and it's Earth Day. So I get to celebrate 2 big things today. So do you. You get to celebrate a beautiful day with your family. You get to celebrate Earth Day. And most of all, you get to celebrate respectful, responsible, and ready to learn. Learn from our world. Learn from nature. Mother Earth has a lot to teach us. She's my favorite teacher. I wonder why that is so tall. I wonder how long that one took to get so tall. And I wonder if this is going to be a different plant than this. I noticed that the leaves are a different shape than these leaves. And it definitely makes me think that they might be different. Are you ready to observe? Are you ready to use your powerful observation skills? Have a great day, everybody. Happy Earth Day to you.